Right, so something out of the ordinary for us. We don't usually do this sort of thing. If you've been following us for a while, you'll probably know that this happened. Now, since then, Alan and his wife Karen from OzGlide Hitches have reached out to us and said, look, you got to try this. Since we've been on the road, I've tried about 4 different types of hitches now. I've tried the torsion bars, I've tried the torsion hitch that uses grease, I've tried airbag hitches. I'm going to try something a little bit different, but it's still an airbag hitch, but it's on the A-frame. So full transparency, we've been gifted this. We're not being paid. I want to trial this for at least 3 weeks before I render any type of verdict. I want to give it a good hard crack. Let's open this box and see what's in it first. I've got to try and get it on the A-frame before we run out of light. So everything you see here came out of those 2 boxes. The little box had the airbag, the struts, the hardware, the 2 stubby holders, which I had to fill with beer because why not? And in the big box came the actual hitch carcass, instructions, because I got to have those. This is really cool. So it came with a weather cover for the actual hitch, just to keep it nice and protected. I really like that. Then it came with, I'm actually not sure what this is for, but I'm going to take the old DO45 off the Caravan and chuck it in there for the time being. I like the fact that it comes dismantled. I like the fact that it comes with the airbag out of the actual carcass. That also aids with installation, I'm guessing, because now I can pull the retaining pin out, which is this one here, and I can get the bolts to mount the hitch. I can get to the holes through here. So, right, well, I guess first things first, I need to get the old one off and mock it up, I guess. So you can sort of get a bit of an idea. That's the range of motion, pretty much. Like that's down, up. That's a lot there. And it's actually a lot more travel just from the first impressions than my shocker hitch, so which I've changed. Right, get the airbag on, eh? Okay, so we ran out of light last night. And then I read the instructions. And I'm not a big instruction reader, so I discovered that by removing the retention pin, I can now move the whole hitch up, and I can actually get the bolt in. Whereas last night I did it the wrong way. I went up from the bottom. So don't do that, but do read the instructions. Imagine how boring life would be if you did everything right.
The first time?
The first time. So I did use the Ugga Dugga. Now I'm going to use a torque wrench at 140. So now we'll reattach the shocks. So we're going up to 60 Newton meters of torque. All right, I'll do the other side now. when fitting the airbag, you need to depress the front of the tow hitch so you've got plenty of room for a start. Then once you line it up, you've got to have the valve through the big hole. Line up the two fastening holes as you go down. Alright, that gives you an idea, and you stop there. Now we've got to secure the base first, according to the instructions. So for this, you need the bolts and washers, a 9/16 socket, Hi. Excuse me, I'm working here. Not going nowhere. Just so you know, there's a flat side and a rounded side to the washer. Flat side goes down. So I'm just depressing the edge of the bag to line the hole up. So to line the last one up, you just need to push the airbag up and back this way if you're doing the forward hole last. In hindsight, maybe do it first. Okay, so at this point, the instructions say to inflate the airbag to 10 psi, so that way when you do hitch, it doesn't fully collapse. Fully collapsing could probably, I don't know, I'm assuming will cause some damage. So to avoid that, have some air in it. Don't overinflate it, otherwise you won't get the locking pin out. At the moment, the locking pin is currently out. That's currently 11. You can't fully decompress it, so it's ready to hitch up. Now we've got it on the ball, we've got to line it up. So in here, there's a bit of a hole. You need to see daylight through it. Two holes. So once the air goes in, it should line it up, and then that's ready to rock and roll. That hole is the lockout pin. So that lockout pin has to be able to go straight through, so you can lock it out either when you're in transit or when you're now stationary. Alright, so she's ready to rock and roll now. So this pin is to lock it out. In case there's any airbag damage, you can still use the hitch as a solid state hitch. That means it won't be flapping around in the breeze or just causing more damage. You know it's lined up because the pin will go in. If it doesn't go in, it's not lined up. I'm just going to do a bit of a jump test to see how it works and how much of an effect it does have. So let's give this a go. I'm fairly hefty. I'm like, what, 120 odd kilos. So the back of the car is still moving around a little bit. You can see the movement on the hitch. Now it is rigid. The big difference, the back of the car is moving big time. No pin. That's considerable. We'll go to camp and see how it performs ourselves, but we'll do a proper review in another video, let's say 2 or 3 weeks time. and I'll give you my true thoughts on how it performs and whether or not it's worth it, how good the quality is, and also maybe even a bit of a comparison to our older hitches. So we'll see how we go. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Didn't even feel those bumps.
No. Feeling everything in the car. I'm not feeling anything in the caravan.